Excuse me. Can I quit this podcast?
I told Eddie Murphy to stay in college so he'd have something to fall back on. I get great advice.
Another episode of
I'd like to ask
Just
the producer something. What did you ever get my application for a new co-host?
Okay.
It's been totally ignored. Nobody brings it up. Go ahead, I guess.
Thank you. Boy. Welcome to Stand Up Memories. Another episode.
In the beginning, I enjoyed working with Peter. But when he started telling the same stories about the 10th, the 15th, to where I could mouth them along like, Milli Vanilli.
I slip and I tell stories multiple times and it gets on his nerves. Peter Bales
But,
here.
but at least they're not very good.
Peter Bales here with Jackie the Joke Man Martling and a great, great guest. And I want to go right ahead at this. This is Fat Jay. He's a terrific stand-up comedian.
I don't think that's very polite.
Well, listen. He's a terrific stand-up comedian.
Is it all right with him to call him that?
Well, yes. And he talks about
How'd you like if I called you Old Pete?
All right. That's just not nice.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that's not true.
Fat Jay, welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir.
Fat Jay comedian.
Fat Jay.
And you go right at it. It's in your name. You do terrific jokes about yourself that are self-deprecating and really, really work terrifically. I'm a fan. I know you mostly from the three governors clubs here on Long Island, but you work all over the place. I know you're performing with my wife in Pennsylvania in a couple of weeks. I just found out about that. Yep. So talk to me.
You mean on stage type thing?
On stage in Pennsylvania. And I want to say that Fat Jay is here, and I want to talk to you about your name and why you and how you started in stand-up comedy. Let's start there.
Did you have the name Fat Jay and then just start eating a lot?
No.
Or had you already eaten a lot and then called yourself Fat Jay?
Yeah, no. I wish I gave that name to myself. I didn't give the name. I obviously wouldn't want that name, but the nice kids I went to school with gave me that name.
Come on, Helen Keller would call you Fat Jay.
Probably. There was 4 Jasons, so I got the fat one, and it stuck.
So it had to delineate you, so there was a reason.
Yeah, so... yeah, here it is. It's stuck, and they called me that. I'm 48.
Jerk J, asshole J.
Yeah, Fat
J, which is probably a good one.
So you've had that name, and you've answered to that name. How did you feel about the name at first?
Obviously don't want it, but it is what it is.
But now...
Starting when?
When I was a kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you take that name, and with pride, you put it right out there and go right at it in your act. And that's deliberate, I assume.
I just want to make the world fat people friendly. We have enough struggles. I handle it well. There's a lot of people that don't handle it well.
Okay.
So, laugh at me, leave the other fat people alone is what my thing is.
Okay. Well, I think
I am
think
fine
that's
with
important.
fat people as long as they don't sit in the middle seat.
Well, look, okay.
I have a whole joke
Jackie,
about that real deal.
He
real life.
he has a brilliant bit about that.
How would I know that?
Well,
I'm not Jackie the mind reader.
All right. Well, now you know about Fat Jay, and I'm telling you, he's got a terrific act. And this is, you have really hit on something.
I still want him sitting
It's
next
almost
to me.
like Jay.
I still don't want him next to me on the plane.
Yeah, I know you don't want him next. So what do you? Okay, now watch this. To our audience at home, we are smoothly going to transition into what is a casual conversation into sort of a comedy bit. You keep saying you don't want him in the middle seat. Well, what do you? Fat Jay. Do people call you Jay?
Why would you tell the audience
Because
that you're segueing into a bit when you could do it so smoothly and have it seem so fun and make him look so spontaneous? And you
think we're fooling the audience? What happens when you walk down the aisle of a plane? When you're walking down the aisle,
I like before I go on the plane, I like to splash a little water on my face so it looks like I'm sweating profusely, and then I just slowly walk down, staring at every seat, like I'm having a heart attack. And I like to hear the sigh of relief, so I purposely
As you go
pass
by.
it. And then I mosey right back up, like, excuse me, Toots. That's me in the middle.
You know, it's so funny. He's got a great stand-up act. He just does. And now you have spoken about bullying. I think part of your motivation, comedians have something driving them. And is it part of it, bullying and how fat people are treated, and you want to take the hit for other fat people? Is that part of it?
Absolutely. I grew up in a time where there was no cell phones, and I could, if the kids bullied me, I didn't really get bullied. We got made fun of. So it wasn't so much
But you're a
bullying.
big guy. I'm sure you could really take care of yourself.
Yeah, nobody was stealing my lunch money, anything
Okay.
like that. But, the kids nowadays have that cell phone. And, like, when we got off the bus and we closed that front door at 3:30, the bullying stopped. Now it doesn't. And these
Okay.
kids are getting it constantly 24 hours a day. Social media, cell phones. We post
Because they're
stupid-
so insulated for.
Yeah, we post skits. I'm a grown man. There's grown men and women that make, like, we have to think of these skits and come up with it and act it out. Like, it takes time. It's not just, oh, let's do this.
Yeah.
And there's grown men that there's 60, 70, 50 that write comments like, you guys are jerk-offs, you guys are idiots. We're just trying to make people laugh, man. If you don't want to watch it, scroll by. But these are grown men still commenting.
What are they mad about?
Who knows? People are angry, man, for no reason.
Are they?
You can't. If you look at anything on the internet, the first thing that comes to mind is, what is everybody mad about? Why is everybody picking on you? I think it's the fact that they're so incognito that the people can do.
Yeah. And that's exactly
They're
it.
hiding
They're
behind a lead
behind
wall,
the keyboard, so
Okay.
it makes them a tough guy.
So, what do you think about?
No, with all that teasing, a lot of fat people would be committing suicide if they could climb up the stairs and jump out the window, but they can't get the stairs.
That is classic Jackie the Joke Man Martling right there. Funny.
You
yet-
wrote that.
I'd bet you, Mr. Joke Man, that my 400-pound butt is more agile than you are, sir.
I would cover that bet and raise you.
I'm not going to race you up the stairs, but I'll make it.
I said raise you, not
raise
race
you.
you.
So let me ask you a question. How do you feel about other people doing fat jokes? People who are not fat doing fat jokes.
I let everybody do whatever they want to do. I'm not here to censor anyone.
But do you laugh at those jokes?
Yeah, why not? They're true. It's real. It's
Well,
funny.
what's important is, are they funny? And
I fell the other day. I have a black and blue across my entire left ass cheek. I wish I had it on camera because that would have 1 million views and I'd have at least 500
Were you
followers
down
from
like a
it.
turtle and
Oh,
couldn't
like
get
a
up?
turtle on its shell. The worst pain I've ever felt in my life. Literally, it still
Now, did
hurts to
people
sit
help
down.
you up, or did they walk around?
I actually, no, because it's like that fight or flight thing, that adrenaline hits. And when you're a fat guy, you don't want to be stuck there. So when you fall, you got to just keep the momentum going and come right back up. So I was down and up in like 30 seconds.
I'm telling you, this is a powerhouse comedian, Fat Jay. I love to sit in the back at the governor's clubs and watch him, and everybody's laughing. But I'm concerned about. I don't even use the word.
They're
fat.
laughing, but he's laughing all the way to
Yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts.
I am.
How can you not do that?
Yeah, why?
How can you?
But I mean, the word "fat" is a word that's not a kind word. And just like today, the way it is today.
Is that one of those words like retarded and stuff like that? That
Yes.
you're really not supposed to use?
Well, I mean, it's
my
everybody's
sister's grandkids yell at me if I say the word stupid.
Yeah.
That I guess that's what.
Well, you should be allowed to talk about yourself.
That's funny. See, you didn't think he had any funny stuff.
Don't worry. But you know what I mean? You know what I'm driving at? The audiences love you, and I love watching you because you're in charge of your act, and you're talking about yourself, and you're
And you're
having
letting
fun.
them into.
And you're letting us into that, and the audience and I appreciate that.
I want them to see a day in my life. Like,
Okay.
it's rough, man. Like, fat people go through it. We're dealing with, obviously we don't want to be like this. No one wants to say like, hey, thank God, like I don't wake up tomorrow and be like, thank God I'm the fat guy, But unless I was, got plugged as the fat guy or picked as the fat guy. But I want to be skinny. I'd like to know what it's like. But I've come to the conclusion that finally I'm not doing the yo-yo diets. They made it easy now. You just take Ozempic and you can lose weight. You don't have to get surgeries, none of that. I had to drink Slim Fast. And who wanted to do that? I'm a kid bringing Slim Fast to school. It wasn't shakes in the can like in the 90s and the 80s.
You had to whip it up yourself.
Yeah, so I tried.
wow.
I tried everything. This is me, man. God made me like this. I'm gonna tell my story, and when I die, I die. If I die because I'm fat, it is what it is.
But God also
Do you
made,
think God was breaking balls?
Probably.
God made you funny. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, thank God. I figured out early on. I was in a sales job my whole life, so God gave me the gift of gab. I have a good personality. I've always scored with the ladies. The fat never hindered that.
Really?
I've dated personal trainers, hot broads, vegan chicks, all that.
Okay, now that is inexplicable. No, I'm just, really?
You've seen
What do you mean
You've seen
inexplicable?
him.
That's
I
the
have
next.
seen him.
That's
You've
the
seen him.
next show.
I have seen him. How do you, okay, all right. How do you get these women?
I have confidence. I'm a personality. I know people say I'm a big personality. You're going to call me fat regardless. My grandfather used to call me fat, so if I lived next to an off the boat German man and I lived with an Italian man, those two men spent 3 hours a day letting me know about myself. Whatever anyone says in the street cannot hurt my feelings.
Did you ever put down your sandwich and answer them?
Oh yeah, of course. That's where I got.
See, you know better than me.
Once in a while, I
But
get
in
it.
other words, the whole fat thing, there was, not to make a bad joke, but there was no getting around it.
Yeah, no. We still can't get around
See what
it.
you created. Long ago, I don't know if you remember this. I mean, I wasn't around, but I got to be very good friends with Pat Cooper, and he got so angry at Joan Rivers because Joan Rivers, a big part of what she did was making fun of Elizabeth Taylor for being fat. And
Yeah.
a lot of people, Larry Amaro sold a shitload of jokes to Joan Rivers, fat jokes. And Pat Cooper got mad because he knew Liz Taylor and he didn't think it was fair because she couldn't go on stage as a comic and couldn't defend herself. So he, at his own expense, made a little comic book just going to work on Joan Rivers, like, one-liners about taking shots at her, which was for no reason except that he was Pat. But that's an example of somebody making fat jokes.
Was it funny? Is that comic book? Does that exist? That would be a classic.
I have a copy of it, and I always mean to go on the web and see, are they worth $4 or are they worth $10,000? It's a little like black and white with the yellow. It was, and it's animated. It's cartoons and terrible animation, but it's the fact that he went to that much trouble. And meanwhile, her fat jokes were,
Were they funny?
Joan Rivers' fat jokes are incredible. I would tell you, but I'm going to save them and give them to him.
All right. Well, that makes sense. Now,
Larry Amaro's the best joke that he wrote for Joan Rivers. She said, "Ow, Elizabeth Taylor, she puts mayonnaise on an aspirin." That is beyond brilliant.
Larry Amoros, Google him. Terrific New York City comedian. Just funny, funny, funny. So, Jackie, are you sitting on a lot of fat jokes right now?
No, this is my normal height.
No, I have a feeling.
I have so many millions of fat jokes in my computer. I'm going to send them all to you. And, and those jokes I wrote, I sent so many to Rodney, but he didn't take hardly any of them.
Why? Why do you think that?
Because he was very picky. The one he took was such an old, stale joke that I can't believe I even sent it to him. And it was one of the original 4 jokes he bought from me. She's fat, She got on a scale and a card came out and said 1 at a time. Which I'm pretty sure I didn't write that. I think that's just an old clip. Because that's a long time ago that they had scales where a card came out with your fortune.
No, I know. But you
for
watch
a penny,
I'll say this to Fat Jay, and you know what? I call you Jay. What do people call you when they don't use Jay, right? I mean,
Yeah, Jay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still.
It's weird because I can't use my real last name because of my day job, but my real last name rhymes with Have a Snack. So all the kids used to call me Jason Have a Snack. Like, yeah,
See,
it was rough, man.
that was rough, but I'm laughing because now.
And meanwhile, you're the one that was having a snack.
Tons of
so
snacks.
the hell with that.
Tons of
But
snacks.
that was probably really painful when you were young, and now can you laugh at it? At
Yeah, it
least?
was my opener for like my first year of comedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Why
I
not?
just, you watch the old clips of Rodney on the Tonight Show in say the '80s, and she was so fat, and the whole audience yells out, "How fat was she?" You couldn't have that today. Times are changing. Times are changing.
I think that's a shame. I think it's funny.
It's kind of a different form of crowd work, actually.
It is. It is. Yeah, but I mean, you don't want to hurt people with jokes.
Yes, you do.
Okay. This
Yeah,
is a
well-
generation.
Not badly, but I've had this debate with a million people. It's called a punchline. The reason it's called a punchline is because if somebody doesn't get hurt to some extent, there's no humor.
Yeah.
Whether you're telling somebody that they're stupid, that they're fat, that their mother's a bitch, whatever, the most innocent joke in the world, somebody's getting hurt.
I'm telling you, Fat Jay is so funny.
How funny is he?
That's not. Well, I'll tell you how funny he is. Watch this. So, Fat Jay. Normally, I would call you Jay. Fat Jay. What is your favorite institution here on Long Island that will be opening soon as the weather gets warmer?
It is open already.
It's open already.
It's 24 degrees outside right now, Mr. Bales, but it is officially summer on Long Island because Long Island's biggest drug dealer has reopened. Ralph's Italian Ices. There's 42 16-year-old kids wearing shorts right now in 24-degree weather with stupid slides on, waiting to spend $15 on a cup of ice with flavoring in it. Could you imagine? The genius of that guy.
I have never thought that those were tasty even a little bit. I mean, why not just pour sugar on your tongue?
Listen, the kids love it. That's all that matters.
and you love it.
I'm a big fan.
I wasn't trying to be insulting. I'm just saying you have shit taste.
Okay.
No, I mean, do you enjoy those?
They have a lot. They have a lot of
Because
things.
it's not like it's
Ralph's has.
It's not Gestapo, whatever you
It's
call
not
it.
like we used to have in the if take me back to Gino's Ices in the little refrigerator with the Italian man in the pizzeria that you could suck on the cup and still get taste out of it when it was empty.
Chinks in Oyster Bay.
All right, Jay, take it easy. All right,
Which is
you're getting
really- it's a
excited. He's
real
getting
name.
We're
excited.
excited.
He's
We're
getting
excited.
turned on. You know what? I love that you go straight at this. I think, I don't want to overanalyze, but I think you're speaking for not only yourself but a lot of other fat people, if I may use the word. And I think it's terrific, and it works on stage big time. It's 2026, and this guy's killing out there. And so whatever you're doing, keep doing it.
I'm living a dream. I live a dream. It's amazing. I don't know how this happens, but
Where do you live?
I grew up in Carl Place. I live in Seaford.
All right.
I'm a Long Island boy, born and bred.
All of us.
All of us, except we're North Shore, and we're a little condescending.
You guys
to
are,
this,
Gold Coast. You're big money. We're new money down on the South Shore. It still costs $1 million to live on the South Shore.
I call it gone money.
Yeah.
My family's been here since 1650.
Gone
and
money.
Still wondering where money is.
It's crazy.
Yeah, my parents were like Thurston Howell and Lovey without the money.
Yeah.
That's my parents.
But, no, I'm not buying that. Not where you're from in Locust Valley.
Locust Valley? We were regular middle class people, but Locust Valley is Locust Valley.
Now those houses are
Off the charts.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Those houses with those wraparound porches are ridiculous in Locust Valley.
Oh yeah. Now listen. I want you to tell me two things. What you love most about stand-up comedy, and then I want you to be honest about what you find the most difficult or biggest challenge in stand-up comedy.
What I love most is doing it. I love being up on that stage. There's nothing better than that. I'm a big
When and how'd you get hooked on laughter?
Man, the first time I did it, I I met a guy at
I mean,
work.
in school, fooling around or up on stage?
Up on stage is when I fell in love, when I realized it was the drug that it is. I met a guy, Frank Macri, at my day job, and he was like, you want to do stand-up? I'm like, people always told me, I just don't know how to do it. He met me, introduced me to Paul Bond. I did the first show, boom. And then I met Carrie Karavis at my second show. She was like, you have something, don't stop. Here we are. I'm doing something. Governors headlined me. And that was a year and a week ago. And that was, I thought, the greatest accomplishment of my life up into that in the world, in whatever I've done. But the greatest accomplishment I realized was the people that came out to see me. Because there's people that come to Governors, they're regulars. And a lady came up to me when she saw me. She was like, when I saw your face on that free ticket email, my face lit up, and the first thing I did was call my husband. We're going to see Fat Jay. He's headlining. And that's when I realized I was doing something better.
One comic to another.
That's nice. That's nice.
When you tell that story, when the lady told me when I saw your face on that email, not free show email.
You know.
Leave that. Give yourself a break.
I'll tell you what though. I'll one up that. I headlined the Italian Night of Comedy for Governors at the Smithtown Performing Arts Center. There's no free tickets for that show, and there was 260 people in there. And that lady paid $50, and her husband paid $50 a ticket to come see me. So
meanwhile,
again,
his relatives are out front
All right.
scalping.
You know, this is one of, no, I'm serious now. This is one of those nice moments. Audience out there watching, are you seeing and hearing this guy and how he sounds and how he feels when he talks about this headlining stand-up comedy? That's why people go into this. That's why the long drives. That's why the tough shows, and there are tough shows.
There are.
So the challenges. Tell me about.
I murdered Saturday night so hard. I had 3 applause breaks in the first 4 jokes.
I'm sorry. What's an applause break?
That's when they clap after the punchline.
I didn't.
You got to keep reminding him.
Yeah, maybe you'll show them Saturday when you're headlining.
Friday.
It's Friday.
Friday.
I apologize.
This Friday.
But one of the regulars messaged me and goes, your act's kind of getting stale. I did 8 new jokes that night too.
Really?
So, it's comedy is subjective. You can't make everyone happy. But I got 40 new followers on Instagram. I hit 7,000 Friday night. So now my aunt, old school naive lady, calls me up with the whole Savannah Guthrie thing. She goes, you hit 7,000. What if they come for me?
No. Oh, that's hysterical.
I'm like, we can only hope.
Now, are you telling a story or is that material?
No, that's real life. She literally
Put that right in your act.
You gotta
say, hey,
it was a true story, and it was
you don't have to say a number. My Instagram or whatever you're talking about got so high that
she goes, what if they come for me? I go, man, we can only hope.
That's
And then I sent her a picture before I went on. There was like 42 empty seats. I go, before you go to bed tonight, Ann has to open your front door and leave it unlocked. They're not coming yet.
All right, that's got to go into your act.
It's in.
It's in already?
Yep.
Oh,
I just hope it stays topical for another month or two.
No.
Now, what are you saying? You hope they don't find her? Jesus.
Oh, that is.
Now you just lost 7.
That is
so
funny.
Or whatever you call it.
That's just your aunt. Was it your aunt? She gave you a new bit, man.
I
have not heard
realize.
that. That is very clever. Put it in.
What if they come for me?
What if
I was dying
the
laughing.
The punchline is what if they come for me? And then you got some tags after that.
Yeah.
I love it. This is
if
Fat
you want
Jay.
to really be funny, at 3 a.m, go over there and bang on her door.
She lives in Staten Island. Even at 3 a.m, I won't take that drive. I don't want to take that drive anytime.
And this is Fat Jay. He is a regular at the Governor's Clubs. There are 3 of them on Long Island. The home base in Levittown and a place called the Brokerage in Belmore and McGuire's out in Bohemia. And that is where Jackie, the joke man Martling, and I will be performing this Friday, March 6th, I believe. What's the date?
March 6th, but this isn't going to air for a million years.
Well, we can switch our order around. We got to get this out there.
We already have one playing on Wednesday.
We're going to have to figure this out.
We're going to have to work. We're going to have to get booked there again.
Jackie plays at Governor's, and Jay and I are at Governor's, and it's when you think of Long Island comedy, you think Governor's.
All the Governor's clubs.
All the Governor's clubs. So that's a plug. And Jay, I want you to plug I think you should plug Ralph's Italian Ices. Do you want to plug you're always at the Governor frequently.
Ralph's doesn't pay me, so I'm not plugging them. I'm at Governor's. You can follow me at Fat J's World. If any listeners, I know Jackie and Peter are a little older, so there's definitely some listeners in Florida. I'll be in Boca at the Sad Man Comedy Club headlining March 13th.
That guy keeps trying to get me. Have you
Friday
been down
night.
there?
I was there in July. I had such a great time. It's a great
Minervini
club.
keeps screaming how great it is.
It's
down
a
there.
great. They have go if you go. Sad Man Comedy Club, Boca Raton. They're amazing people. The owners are great. I'm gonna headline. Yeah, I went in July. I featured for Terry McNeely. Every club Terry's taken me to, I've headlined that after.
Terry McNeely, another terrific comedian I'd like to mention.
He took me under his wing early. He's like, "Yo, fat boy, we're going on the road." And yeah, he's taken me to a bunch of clubs. I've headlined every single one he's taken me to. I've also featured multiple times at each club.
That's nice. You're going to have to fly to Florida, and that will make a couple.
You want to come with me, Jackie? I'll put you in the middle seat, buddy.
What's
we'll have a good
the
time.
guy's name at Sad Man?
David Sadman
David.
and Nadeem Awad are the two owners. Great people.
Tell him I said hey.
You will.
I'm
I'm
on my
telling you,
way.
go down there. You'll love it. It's a great club.
I
Ladies and-
love both.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Inside Comedy as two comedians discuss a club, bookings. Is it worth it? Should I do it? That's how it works. That's the process.
How's the Broads?
No, nobody asks that except you.
How's the tomatoes?
That's 1957 language.
I'm into the Broad, so if you want to ask,
All right.
That's another show.
It's Florida. The Broads are
another
good.
show on another network.
All right. Now tell me about, I want to hear, I know you have great shows every night. Can you think of a disaster show where you just can't believe that happened?
Absolutely. It was a Friday night, 5 degrees in 2024 or 2023. I was so happy because I was hosting. Tom McGuire was featuring for the first time. Him and I came up through Governors together. So watching him feature for the first time, we were excited. There was like 10 people there because it was so cold. 4 of them I went to high school with, and we just ate it so bad. Terrible. Terrible.
See,
It is tough with people you know out there.
I hate
people
it.
you know.
You know, you have 50 great shows in a row, and then you have people there that you know, and that's when it goes south.
Yep.
But it's interesting that he's singling this show out as a special thing that happened. That happens to me a lot.
What?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, no,
Peter
I'm
Bales kills.
Where friends come to see you?
No, they don't come.
I'm being
You're
self.
his only friend still alive. What do you mean?
Yeah, it's crazy what comes off as a good show, bad show. You know, sometimes it can be a good show and just not feel good. You know, often everybody's like, "Oh, you were great. It was so much fun." Like, and you don't want to argue with them and say, "No, it sucked."
Yeah.
You know?
The truth is, bad shows are so super rare. They just are. And that's why comedians at the diner, we
You don't
remember
like
them
to
and
say that.
we laugh about them.
I don't even like ever even saying that.
But it's true.
Yeah.
Say, when was the worst show? And say, well, I haven't had a really bad show in a long time.
As soon as you say it.
Yeah.
I'll tell a quick
Go
story
ahead.
if I could. I was at Governor's. I had done like the brokerage. Dave Attell was at the main Levittown. So I went to hang out. You know, you want to see Dave Attell. You want to watch the Jackies, the Peters. You watch those comics because they're laying the groundwork for us. So I went to see Dave Attell. I'm walking out to go smoke, and I see a kid from high school. He's like, "Oh, we thought," me and my brother were like, "Yeah, imagine if Fat J's on this show." I was like, "Yeah, I was on the first one." I was not on the first one. And then you're like, "Fuck, please God, let Jimmy put me up there for the next one." And then sure enough, James goes, "Yo, Jay, you're going to do a guest spot." And you're like, "Yes." And then I took my shirt off. So people I went to high school with, I lied, and then it came true. And they watched me kill with Dave Attell. So that's
All right. Now, he just slipped something in there. As part of his act, and it is funny, he takes his shirt off. And I just want to say it is very funny, but some people have just eaten, and that can be challenging.
You don't know breastfeeding or anything.
No, I could wink my left boob. But, the crowd erupts when I take my shirt off. They love it. I don't know why, but some people yell out, "We want it off," so I take it off. I don't do it all the time, but,
I've never done that.
I have.
Try it out Friday night. It works.
I've taken my pants off.
No, you have. You took your pants off at a comedy show?
Somebody dared me one time, and I took my pants and my underpants.
No, you didn't. No, I don't believe it. Are you serious?
Do you want to see pictures?
No, you have pictures. You took.
How would I have pictures if it's not true?
You're making this up.
Yeah.
All right. Thank God. Thank God.
See, you see.
All right, you guys ready? You guys ready?
Oh my goodness. All right. I'm sorry that we had to.
Don't you have a comedy university?
I have stand-up-university.com.
Did you ever take his stupid?
No.
I mean, his.
But he's heard of it, and he knows a lot of people who have.
I've recommended it to numerous people as well.
You hear that? Did you hear that? That's the kind of a guy Fat Jay
I
is.
recommend
No, he's
people,
doing
you
that.
know?
He only gives that information to people he doesn't like.
No. Pete and Rich are great. And then when they graduate, you normally stop in and do a guest spot
Jackie's
so
there
their
often.
family gets that.
And I got to tell you, standupuniversity.com, it's where comics come to get another 5-6 minutes, and it's where you go if you want to start out in a positive place with your first 5-6 minutes. And Stand Up University is the place to do it. And thank you for setting
You
me
got to
up.
get a jingle.
We do need a jingle.
Stand Up University. It's a good place to go to learn comedy.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one. This has been a fun show. I think we plugged.
You owe me money now.
I do. I think the biggest beneficiary of the show was Ralph's Italian Ices. But
Now, there's a million of them, or there's one of them?
there's a bunch.
There's a couple of them.
There's a bunch, and everybody knows about them.
Tri-state area, yeah.
Yeah. Ralph's Italian
And
Ices.
when you go to Pennsylvania, just switch it to Rita's. Same
Yeah,
thing.
it is. So we've got a killer act here, Fat Jay, at all the governors' clubs and everywhere else. Funny man. Thank you. Thank you for coming on and talking about.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No, but thank you. What you said up front. There's a lot to it. And I think that all comics have motivations and backgrounds, and you're going right at an issue in your life, and I have total respect for that.
I appreciate that. Thank you for having me. You guys are amazing.
Congratulations on your success, my friend.
Thank you, sir. You as well. Kill it Friday night. I hope you sell it out, and I know you're going to kill it. You always do.
All right. And this has been a very normal, positive ending to the show that you haven't screwed up yet. You have a few seconds to do that, because otherwise I'll sign off. Do you want to say something
If
inappropriate?
you want to take Peter's comedy course, you should have your head examined.
I knew
It's
it.
done no good to anyone.
I gave you a
And
chance.
luckily, FJ here was smart enough to sidestep it.
All right. I gave you a chance. You took it, and I appreciate
No, I'm
you
only
wouldn't
kidding.
be Jackie. if you-
I'm only kidding.
All
It's not that good.
A fun show. Fat Jay, Jackie the Joke Man, Martling, Peter Bales. This has been Stand Up Memories, and we will see you.
Oh!
So close. I was so close.
I just booked Rodney's.
Oh,
nice.
In Manhattan,
Yeah.
where the site of the old Dangerfields is now called Rodney.
Every time I talk to him, he came a little bit closer to what I want, and now it looks like he's doing it.
All right, Jackie the Joke.
And
You have a date
Have
yet?
you worked there?
I have not. I worked the
Have
old
you
da-
ever worked in there?
Not at the new Rodney's. I got passed right before COVID, and then got
And
shut
then
down.
boom.
All right.
It's an
Thank you.
exciting concept.
Thank you, everyone.